Hello friends, welcome back to a new video. Thank you for tuning in. This is the first time that we are looking at my new journal for 2026. So this is a fun one, but actually this is the first video you're seeing it, but not the first setup. So we have July fully set up in this and used, obviously, because it's already the first week of August. So today we're going to look at the August setup and sort of walk through it, and then after this I'll make a video for July probably. And actually, fun fact, I have not set up the beginning pages of this, but I really want to, so I'll be working on it. But yeah, today we're gonna look at August. So August is my birthday month, and I decided to do something special and something that I really wanted and liked, so it is exactly what I want and like. But let's talk about the notebook. So for the first half of the year I used dot grid craft paper, which was 150 GSM, I want to say. Unfortunately, that store and that brand sold out of all the notebooks in the dot grid craft paper. They only had lined, and I don't like the idea of using a lined notebook, so I searched for alternatives that were not a sketchbook basically, and I found this one, and it was fairly priced actually. Because I got the first one on a little bit of a sale, this is a little more expensive, but yeah, they cannot be compared because that one is dot grid, this one is blank paper, and this one, the paper weight is very thin. I would say it's about 80 to 100 if I have to guess. I'm not sure it is listed anywhere on the website. I got this from Temu, by the way, because I was short on time and I needed a notebook ASAP, and it had to have craft paper because I really would like to use one paper color a year, if that makes sense. So it's this beautiful cover, which I thought was going to be fabric, but it's just print, and I think I prefer it that way. What I really like is this corner detail that I lost one and I just realized it. I don't know where that one went. Probably in my bag or somewhere. If I find it, I will put it back. If not, oh well. But yeah, it had these nice brass details. It comes with a bookmark, no elastic closure, but the notebook is already getting thick, so I'm using my DIY elastic closure, which is just a piece of what is this elastic that I sewed together. And yeah, it keeps the notebook closed more so than without it. So yeah, it has again blank craft paper, and I think I prefer the color of this one, although I don't know how they compare. Maybe I should get my notebook, but I don't know where it is, or it's too far out of reach. It's blank again. I think I prefer the blank over the dots. Funnily enough, I think I'll be using dot grid next year. Color though, you will be surprised. We shall stay tuned till then. So yeah, also let's address this before we start. I got a new desk. Ta-da, it's white. So the desk before this, which was named Dexter, by the way, I got in 2020, and it used to be an orange wood surface that I covered in gray wood tiles, and that is what you see in my videos for the past 2 years or so, maybe even more. I don't know when I started this. Anyway, I am babbling. I felt it was finally time to change. I am no longer needing the desk as much as I used to because I have a full-time job and I am not at home often as I used to, and I prefer sitting on my bed, to be honest, because it's much comfier than my office chair, which, speaking of which, I do need a replacement for that as well. Anyhow, it's a white desk. I got it white to match my bedroom furniture, and then I got reminded as of why I didn't want a white desk in the first place, which is because it affects the lighting in videos and pictures in a way that I do not like. I took some pictures of August setup and I really do not like how it looks. So I'm probably gonna get a desk mat or like some board or something to film on and take pictures on. I do have a gray like tablecloth thing that I bought, which actually I filmed my last video using that tablecloth, so I might be doing that, but it's in the washing now, so we are testing the white one. Maybe after I edit this, I'm not gonna hate it as much, but I doubt that. Anyhow, enough of the side topics. Let's get to August. So, of course, August, again, is my birthday month, so I wanted to do something that just spoke to me, and for some reason, a sailor theme was very appealing. I saw this illustration, which I'm gonna put on the screen, and I wanted to do it. I thought the illustration was gorgeous, and this half of year I'm trying to do a character each month. So you will see in July I had a tennis player, which sort of spoils the theme, but in that one I had a character, and in this one we have the sailing couple on a yacht. So yeah, it's very fun. So this paper in the background, and actually the paper that I painted on, is toned blue sketchbook paper. I'm gonna grab the sketchbook for reference. It is this one from Strathmore. When I was preparing my sister-in-law's engagement gift last year, I found this, and it was amazingly actually priced on Amazon. So I bought it for me, and it's been sitting in my cupboard since then, but I finally used it. This is the paper. It's gray, but it's more blue than the regular toned gray paper. So I used this to paint. I was painting in here, and then I cut it and pasted it in here. And also I used it for everything forward in the spreads. So yeah, I got good use out of it. For this, obviously, I used gouache paint because that is my preferred medium, and that is the medium that I trust myself to perform well with. But I also used a technique, maybe a little bit of cheating, but I used this acrylic gel pen. It's very pigmented, very opaque, and very easy to use. So I used the white one to do a base layer almost on all of the white areas, and then I went over it with paint, obviously, because one layer is not enough. But yeah, I used this as well for that. And for the lettering, this is the nail art stickers that I got back in March. I used them as reference in March. I stenciled them in, but this time I actually used the blue stickers to spell a bit of the headers here. So we have August, and as a backdrop I used the script washi tape that I have, which is this one. I clearly love it because I've used it a few times, but yeah, I just put a scrap, or a piece of it that has been ripped here and then lettered over it. And one feature of this theme is the inward rounded corners. I still have not figured out what those are actually called. But because I had a few issues with the painting, this is actually two pieces. So the frame it's a separate piece of paper, and then this one is cut right up to the edge and then glued on top. And so I added a white border because it felt like I needed it. So yeah, this is the cover page. And from the inspo image, you will see that it's just the couple. It's actually like a fashion illustration, we could say. But I ended up using AI to generate the background because I wanted them on a yacht. And the AI delivered, and I was able to deliver as well and paint it. I'm still in awe at the fact that I was able to paint the mountains in the distance and actually make them look decent, because I had no trust in that. And also the sea. I'm usually really bad at drawing sea, so it turned out quite good for what I thought it would turn out. And so this very much resembles my August setup in 2024. In that one I was using gray paper, and then I ended up using gouache and white sketchbook paper to paint Mykonos and Santorini for that theme, and I used white gel pen and a blue marker for everything else as well. So it's very reminiscent of that, but also significantly different, and I'm still just as surprised by myself and proud that I was able to get this painting and also that one, because that one really opened my eyes to the level of skill that I gained throughout the years, and this one as well. So yeah, it's very fun. I love it. This is exactly what I wanted for August, and it's gorgeous. I can babble about it for 10 minutes, but we don't need to. It's beautiful. So yeah, this is actually the only painted illustration in here. I am going to paint another illustration, but I'll be working on it sporadically throughout the month. And it's just an art piece. It's not tied to any functional spread, sort of similar to the cover page, I guess. This one serves as a cover page, duh, and it signifies the start of the month. That one is just for funsies because I've been loving painting. So what I've been doing is, because I start planning the month so late, I will be painting the theme while the month is going through, and usually that's fine. I will leave the painted pages to be just for fun and not functional. If it's functional, then I will prioritize it. You will see what I did in July and you will understand what I mean. But basically, I set up all of the pages and then continued working on the cover page on my own time until it's finished. And whenever it gets finished, it's finished. And that could be the beginning of the month, middle, or end. It doesn't matter. And I want to do another one because I love this one so much. And so I'm going to put the one that I have in mind on the screen. And I'll be painting that and having a lot of fun with it, because a journal a day keeps the stress away. And yes, that is a straight reference to Millie Paper Co. YouTube channel. I think that's the name of it. So yeah, ta-da, this is the cover page. Next we have the calendar. So I really wanted to use the gray paper a lot, so I cut 31 squares that I think are 2 by 2 centimeters, and I inner rounded the corners of. So what I did is I basically used a hole punch to make these circles, and then for the bigger inner rounded corners I have a bigger circle hole punch that I used. So that made them incredibly easy to create. This took a bit of time, but you know what, I was willing to do it, so it's fine. I ended up using double-sided tape, so unfortunately they're not fully stuck as if they would have been if I used glue, but that is a-okay. I used the gel pen to write in the numbers, and then a piece of washi tape that is ribbed sort of randomly, and then the stickers, the nail stickers for the headers here. And I actually did this page first, and the cover page was the last. I finished it yesterday on the 4th of August, so yeah. Then we have sort of what my dashboard has become. So I adopted this page from my digital financial tracker, and I feel like it's been working better because now I actually come and summarize it at the end of the month, rather than having one big log in the beginning pages or dashboard and then never coming back to log in the rest of the details. So now it's its own page. We have the expenses log, which are description, category, and amount. Then I can list any income that I get, the totals for the categories, which are according to the categories on my digital financial tracker, and then a summary of total earned, total spent, how much I saved, how much I owe in debt or whatever, etc., etc. And then I've been including a meal planner recently. I did one in June and I did it again in July. And the way I was doing it in June is I will include a meal planner section in each weekly, because in that one I did single weeklies. In July I did double weeklies, so a week per side of the page, we could say. And so I made the meals log its separate page, and so it went together with the financial log. So I have an area for each week, and then a section for groceries. I will put the plan for each day, and then what I actually ate, because sometimes that will differ. And then if I buy any groceries, it will go in here. I have not decided if I order takeout at work, do I log it in the groceries or in the expense log, or both. I have not figured that out yet, because this is just the second iteration of this spread. So we're still testing, but I wanted to do just the frames, so I cut the frames and I taped them in. So yeah, a little bit of washi, and then once I was sure I had enough letters for everything else, I came back and wrote financier, or the short form of it anyway, and then meals. DIYing the letters a little bit because I did not have an N, so an M became an N, and I did not have an E, so a C became an E. And the way I did that is I took the C and then I cut one of the O's in half, and I used that to make the swoop here, and it looks really good. It looks just like the E that I used elsewhere. So yeah. Next we get to the weeklies. So I wanted this style. So I created in one of my old notebooks a bunch of weeklies for reference, and I want to continue doing that, and I also want to share it on the channel at some point. But this is the style that I decided on. I used the number stencil that I love and did 2 centimeters, I think, per day, because I didn't need to add the financial tracking or the meal log on the dailies. I require less space, and I had enough space below for some trackers, for some medications I'm taking and going to the gym, etc, etc. So this is the first 2 weeks, and then the next 2 weeks will be reversed, and you'll see what I mean by that. But I did from the 2nd to the 15th, and the 2nd of August is my birthday, so I did it in the blue gel pen. Actually, where can I find this gel pen today? This is the gel pen that I used. It's the blue black from Palette Juice, and this is actually also the one that I used in March to do the headers, so we're using it again here. I used the blue on the 2nd and then the white on the rest to separate it and differentiate it, because it's my birthday. And then it's a big piece of the blue toned paper with the inner rounded corners, and then a few pieces of ribbed washi in the background placed alternatively. So that is the style of the first 2 weeks, and then the next 2 weeks are reversed. So here I did the lines and numbers in white, here I did them in blue, here we had the washi tape on the craft paper, and here the washi tape is on the blue toned paper, and that is what I mean by reversed. So yeah, it goes from the 16th to the 29th, and then my subscription for the gym will finish on the 17th, so I'm not gonna have a tracker for that, so I didn't do the trackers for here yet. And usually I have a monthly review page. I didn't do one for July, and I don't really miss it. I haven't been using it a lot this year, and even though it's been beneficial for me a lot last year and I really liked it, I'm not using it enough to justify doing it, especially since most of the time I don't have enough time to set up my bouger the way I want it to. So I either go for a simpler style, or I do something very elaborate, but then I'm working on it throughout the entire month and I don't get to share content about it. So I decided not to do anything for it, and I didn't do so in July either. I think I mentioned that. But what I will be doing here is another art piece, and I can't decide yet if I should use the blue toned paper again or if I should paint directly into the notebook. And I've painted directly into the notebook before, by the way, and it works just fine. The warping is very good, because I had my notebook from 2025, the one from String and Space, which was 180 GSM. I had that one warp worse than this, and this warps, but it's thin paper. And actually, because there's so much paper in this, what I've been doing is I've been gluing every 2 pages. So I will paint on this and finish it, and then just glue it straight to the page afterwards to make it thick. Probably for all of the pages, except if it's like a notes page, then I don't really care if it's thick or thin. So yeah, that is what I've been doing, and I feel like that is the best, because sometimes if I paint on this paper, it weighs it down, and then it feels weird moving to a different page that is thinner and lighter. So making it thick just makes it feel nice. And yeah, I don't think there's any shadowing or such, but yeah, this is a quick one actually. I feel like we talked all about the setup for August. So yeah, this one I finished early. The other one for July, I was working on it till the last of the month. So yeah, it's gorgeous. It's blue and gray and navy, and I love it. And yeah, it's a new theme and I'm very excited for it. I will finally go ahead and populate it. I've been using my phone so that I don't forget the details, but I think it's time. Though we're on the 6th, right? No, 5th. We're on Wednesday, so 5th. Yeah, I will go ahead and populate it. Wow. If you would like a painting tutorial, maybe a painting session of the other piece, I could work something out. Otherwise, tell me what you think about this, or maybe tell me more about your own August setup. What did you do for it? Did you share it anywhere? I would love to watch it. But yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.